referring to the lyrics down here. So you'll see me looking down, and I'm just going to kind of walk you through it. So I know your hand shape is kind of bent. I know that my Redeemer lives. So when you're doing lives, it's just kind of that A, and you just kind of go bump, bump. Okay, that should be clear through the whole song because they say that a lot. I know that my letter R, Redeemer, lives. Okay, then what comfort this sweet sentence gives is comfort is you kind of like, ooh, comfortable. I have to keep waking up my computer. What comfort this sweet sentence, so it's just like that F hand shape, and you're kind of making a sentence. Sweet sentence gives. So what comfort that sweet sentence gives. And you're just kind of like, you get something and you're taking it in. He lives who once, like that's happening in the past, who once was dead. He lives. Sorry, I heard somebody. My ever living, so it's just like always, ever, and it's not living head, it's like always a leader, so he lives, my ever living head. So some people want to like point to their head, and it kind of works if you go, anyways, so that's what I would do. He lives, my ever living head. So lead, and anytime you have like, you'll notice like redeem, lead, so this kind of represents a person, so you'll see that a little bit too. He lives, bless. This is how you do blessings in LDS culture. There's other, bless, Catholic, whatever, there's different religions. So blessing is a religious specific sign. So for members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, we sign bless like from our mouth to our hands to a head. So bless me with his love. He lives to plead for me above, and then you can just kind of gesture upwards. You could sign like, just do above. Just keep it simple for primary. So he lives to bless me with his love. He lives to plead for me above. He lives hungry. You kind of have like this clamped C hand shape, and it goes down your chest. Hungry soul is you kind of get your middle fingers or even your first fingers, and it's like a spirit, your soul. Your soul, you're not really eating it, but you're kind of feeding your knowledge or your soul. So for that part I would do, he lives my hungry soul to feed, because I'd be like feeding my soul to feed. So you just take it, just kind of like give from a while ago. So to feed. So he lives my hungry soul to feed. He lives, here's bless again, to bless in time of need. And I wouldn't do time because it's a different meaning. Need, so it's kind of like a dough hook that is gonna need. So you just need. So he lives to bless in time of need. He lives to grant me, so there's that's kind of like give again. Grant me rich supply is like a lot of love, or a lot. You're just kind of like gesturing your hands like a lot. Whoa, that's a lot. Grant me rich, and it's more like a supply of love and of blessings. And so I think blessings would be appropriate, but if it's multiple, it's kind of a repetitive sign. So I lost my place. To grant me rich supply. So I just do a double tap. Sorry. Rich supply. He lives to guide me with his eye. So he lives to guide me with his eye. So like he's leading me and watching me. So you just kind of pull your hand, and then these are like eyeballs, and they're kind of watching. Or you can do watching or guide me with his eye. So that's up to you. So he lives to guide me with his eye. I think that's a little more natural for me, so guide me with his eye. He lives to comfort me, and it's not when you like faint, it's like when you're a little bit weak. So it's kind of like, here's your legs, but this is, it kind of goes back and forth. So he lives to comfort when faint. So he lives to comfort me when faint. Then he lives to hear my soul's complaint. So he lives to hear, and here you're just kind of like curveballing it, to hear my soul complaint, and complaint is like, grr, hear my soul complaint. He lives to silence all my fears. So silence is like, hiya, silence fears. And it's like, starts big and kind of spreads. So silence all my fears. He lives to silence all my fears. He lives to wipe away my tears. So he lives, and this one you kind of have to do a little bit backwards, to wipe away my tears. So you kind of like have a couple of tears coming and you wipe them away. It doesn't work to wipe something that's not there yet. So you have to do to wipe away my tears. So he lives to wipe away my tears. He lives to calm, like chill out, calm my troubled, it's like the B hand shape, up by your head, and you've got all these fears that are kind of coming in and all these issues, and you're like trying to bat them away. To calm my troubled heart. It's just that middle finger touching your heart. So he lives to calm my troubled heart. He lives all blessings to impart. So it's like he lives to give me blessings. So he lives all blessings to impart. He lives my kind, wise. So kind is just nice. You've probably learned that one before. Kind, wise is that hook hand shape again, up by your eyebrow. Wise. Wise. Then heavenly friend. I would just do like, so this is a sign for friend, but it can be a different direction. So like if it's you and I, we're friends. But if it's he and I, we're friends. Sorry, so you can pull it up a little bit higher. So he lives, wake up. He lives, my kind, wise, heavenly friend. He lives and loves me to the end. Or actually for that one, I would be a little bit more conceptual and say he lives and loves me forever till the end. So, and that's a little easier to teach kids. He lives and loves me to the end. He lives, and while he lives I'll sing. And you're really like kind of, it's not really singing, well, I'm gonna sing while he lives. It's I'm proclaiming my that he lives, that I'm testifying to him, that I'm testifying of his existence. So it's more like he lives, and while you kind of touch your shoulder and your chest, while, so it's all this time from here to here, so while he lives, I'll sing. And that's like, I'll tell, actually we can even do like, I'll testify. So it's like, no, that's a little bit more complex for kids. So I'll sing. While he lives, this is like sing, but it's more literal like music. So while he lives, so he lives, and while he lives, and we've still got the same hand shape, so that's an easy transition. I'll sing, and your hands just kind of go out like that, like you're telling everyone. So I'm trying to move so you can see. While he lives, I'll sing. And that's like announcing it to people and just sharing what you're feeling. Well, he lives, I'll sing. He lives, my prophet. So that's like a seer, prophet. Well, prophet, priest, and sing. That's kind of a lot of words in a song. So we'll just do like he lives, my prophet, priest, and king. Okay, the letter K is like a sash that kings wear. So he lives, my prophet. So it's like watch, seer. And that's kind of the same for priest too. So that prophet, priest, and king. So he lives and grants me daily breath. It's like he's continually blessing me. So he lives and grants me daily breath. So it's like he's continually blessing me. So he lives and grants me daily breath. He lives. Hold on. Oh yeah, so grants me. So it's like your thumbs are kind of touching and pushing forward. It's like always continually happening. So he lives and grants me daily breath. Sorry. Wake up. He lives and I shall conquer death. That's more like I'll be resurrected, I'll live again. So he lives and I shall conquer death. So it's like I'm dead and then I can be risen up again. So he lives and I shall conquer death. Actually, you need to do this first. So he lives and I shall conquer death. And that means really I'll be resurrected. He lives, and you're kind of preparing this area for me. Like this is kind of, heaven is up here. So he lives, sorry, I have a sore shoulder, so my range is limited. So heaven is kind of up here. So he lives, my mansion to prepare. So that mansion is above your head and you're doing this just a little bit, slightly in this area, but this hand up there too. To prepare, it's like you're putting things in order. So he lives, my mansion to prepare. He lives to, and he's not like carrying me, bring me, but it's like he's bringing me. Remember that one again, he's leading, so you're grabbing this hand. Bring me safely there, because it's up there. So he lives to bring me safely there. He lives, and then his name is like big deal. He lives, so he lives, all glory, and then it's like kind of shiny, so all glory to his name. So it's like going that bent hand shape like in no. Both hands go from chest level to shoulder level. All glory to his name. And it's just kind of like your middle finger bends forward like this, and then it kind of shimmers backwards like. So he lives, all glory to his name. He lives, all glory to his name. He lives, and then Savior is like Redeemer but with an S. My Savior, still the same. It's like never ending, just continually. So he lives, my Savior, still the same. And then we finally don't have he lives. It's oh sweet, the joy the sentence gives, but remember that from the beginning, what comfort this sweet sentence gives. So it's like, oh sweet, it's like, whoa, this is a big deal. So you're just kind of like, whoa, cool, you're not touching your body at all. It's just kind of out here, like you're, that was a big deal. Like you're just kind of shaking it off. Oh sweet, and then the joy, happy, the sign, you're just a flat hand and you're rubbing your chest upwards. But because it's a lot, you're using both hands. So, oh sweet, the joy this sentence gives. So that's still that taking it and putting it in your heart. If you want to do heart and head, you can. So, oh joy, go away. Oh joy, oh joy, oh joy, oh sweet. Sorry, that's why it wasn't making sense. Oh sweet, oh sweet, and you really kind of have to make that expression. Oh sweet, the joy this sentence gives. Okay, this, I know that my Redeemer lives. And then he lives, all glory to his name, same as before, all glory to his name. He lives, my Savior still the same as before. And then, oh sweet, the joy the sentence gives. Oh sweet, the joy this sentence gives. I know that my Redeemer lives. Ta-da! Let me know if you have any questions.